Yarn Wonders. I'm Sowmya Varathan. I'm sure by now all of you would have put up your Christmas trees. So I have made a crochet Christmas tree. This is a very easy pattern, it's just that it is done in 3 layers. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Now let's get right into the video. So to make a Christmas tree, you will need 2 kinds of needle. One is a 3.5 mm needle and another one is a 2.5 mm needle. Because I am going to make this in 2 layers. For the first layer, I will be using 2 strands of yarn, and for the second layer, I will be using just 1 strand of yarn. Okay. Apart from this, you will need a brown yarn for the stem of your tree. Okay. So to start the pattern, we'll have to make a magic circle with 6 double crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 2, that counts as my first double crochet, and make 5 more double crochets. So, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is, I've counted my chain 2 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to close my circle with a slip stitch on the chain 2. So from now on, you will be working only on the back loops of your work. Okay. So the next, the whole pattern is a double crochet pattern, but you will be working only on the back loops. Okay. So now the next row is an increase row, that is 2 double crochets into each stitch. By end of this row, you will be having 12 double crochets. So the pattern is going to be like 1 row of increase and 2 rows of repeat. 2 rows of repeat. You can follow this pattern and crochet to the length that you desire. Okay. So I have done my first increase row. Now I am going to do a repeat row. Again, starting with a chain 2. So if you notice here, I have only done on the back loop of my work. So again, I'm going to do only on the back loop of my work. So this time I'm going to do a one double crochet, and in the next stitch I'm going to do 2 double crochets. Now, so I've done my second row is an increase row. My third row is going to be a repeat row. That is 1 double crochet into each stitch. Again, I'm going to crochet only on the back loops. Okay, so by end of this row I'll have 12 stitches. Again, I'm going to slip stitch, and just for this row alone I'm not going to do the second row of repeat, because I want my tree to grow a little bit more broader. So in this row we are going to do an increase row, again only on the back loops. Okay, so 1 single crochet, and the next stitch will be 2 single crochets. So the next row will be an increase row again, where you crochet one double crochet, and into the next stitch we are going to crochet 2 double crochets. So I'm done with row 4. Row 5 and row 6 are going to be repeat rows. Okay. So I've attached the pattern for this in the description below. So you can check that out and make your first layer of Christmas tree. So I've already made the second layer of the Christmas tree here. So this is how the output will look. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I did it in this smaller pattern. Okay, so once you finish the cone, you will have to slip stitch and fasten off your work. Then you just take one strand of your green yarn and make a slip stitch on any one of the front loop stitches that you have left. Okay, so make a chain 3 and we are going to do a cluster of 3 double crochet and then a chain 3 and again a cluster of 3 double crochet. So your one cluster will contain 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. So this chain 3 in between is going to give you a sharp edge like this in each of the cluster. Okay, so once you are done with the first set of cluster, crocheting this part may get a little tricky because you have to carefully find the front loop and crochet only into that. But once you get a hang of it, you're gonna do it a little bit more faster. So after the first cluster, you're going to do a single crochet into the next stitch. So the next again skip one and go into the next stitch, make a cluster stitch again. That is 3 double crochet, chain 3 and another 3 double crochet. So the pattern for this layer is a cluster of 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, skip 1, single crochet and skip 1, again make a cluster. So this is going to be a repeat pattern throughout your Christmas tree. So I'm done with the first layer. To get to the second layer, you have to do a slip stitch and make a slip stitch under the double crochet and again make a slip stitch onto the front loop of the next row. Again you'll have to chain 3, make a cluster stitch, again skip 1, single crochet, skip 1 and do the next cluster. So this is the pattern that you'll be doing throughout this tree. So this is how I have finished this Christmas tree here, and now I am going to show you how to do the bottom part. To do the bottom part, you can choose a brown yarn and make a magic circle with 12 double crochets, and for the trunk of the tree you have to do a repeat row of 1 double crochet into each stitch up till the height that you want. So I'm going to stop here and meet you back once I finish the trunk. I have done a double crochet stitch. I have done this trunk using double crochet stitches. You can choose to do it with single crochet stitches as well if you want your work to look more tight and sturdy. You can also create a ripped look by crocheting only into the front loop or back loops alone. The end of this increased stitches will be when the number of stitches is equal to the number of stitches in the circumference of your tree top. The way I'm increasing the stitches here is the same way how we do a double crochet circle pattern. I also have a video on that, the link to which is in the description box. So the next row of increase is going to be 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets. So I have completed this row. The next row of increase is going to be 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So I'm going to increase this circle in the same pattern and until I reach to the number of stitches of the tree top. So the next row will be 3 single double crochets and the next stitch will be a 2 double crochet. So continue the increase pattern in the same way. I'll meet you back when I finish the whole circle. So I've done with the bottom part and the tree top is also done. Now I'm going to stuff it with cotton. Okay. So when you stuff it, you should also make sure that you shape the tree to the desired shape. Okay. So this is the shape that I want. So this is done. I'm also going to do a little bit of stuffing here. Since I've done with a double crochet, the stuffing may show me, you can see the stuffing outside, but when you do with a single crochet, this will not be there. Okay. So now all I have to do is connect these two parts with a slip stitch. You can see here, you can slip stitch into any of these stitches. The aim is to connect these two with slip stitch. So I'm going to finish this slip stitch round and show you how I'm going to finish these leaves here. So I'm done with attaching the bottom part here. Okay. So the next step is optional. If you want, you can just fill your Christmas tree. You can start decorating your Christmas tree. But I'm just going to do one more step. That is, so I'm done with this. I'm just going to snip out this edge here. So I'm done with the Christmas tree here. The next step is optional, which is I'm just going to add a little gradient to the leaves. I'm just choosing a lighter color yarn and I'm going to do a single crochet stitch throughout. It is just one single crochet into each of the double crochet stitch and then 5 single crochets into the chain 3 space. Okay, you need not do this on every stitch. Every leaf. You can just do it randomly so that it adds a little decor to your Christmas tree. Okay. So end of it, you just have to slip stitch and cut. So this you can add in random leaves and you can finish your Christmas tree with a little bit decoration.
So I have completed the Christmas tree. I've used tiny beads and buttons to decorate the tree. This can be used as a tabletop decor on your office space or anywhere on your desk. Do try out this pattern and leave the comments below. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos and to learn more about crochet. Thank you.